Brighten up those already bright mornings. Wheeler, Ollie, and Lekter. Mornings at the Cabin.
Mornings at the Cabin for a Thursday morning. Wheeler and Lekter with you on this beautiful Thursday morning. It's plus 0.7 according to our little computer. And Ollie is sidled in as well to start off the morning. The Mornings at the show today is brought to you by Folk on the Rocks. Get your tickets now and join Cabin Radio for the North's best weekend of the year, July 12th to the 14th. Get those tickets now. I believe early bird tickets are no longer.
I think it's sort of, it's not quite lazy bird, but it's sort of bird that
lazy bird
that didn't really think too much about it, but is now realizing that that's a thing, and maybe you want to be with all the other birds.
A procrastiraven.
Oh, very
nice.
That's
not bad.
That's good.
Not bad.
It's like 6 out of 10.
Right. Let's come up with a better bird pun for putting things off.
I'll give it a 7.
Okay.
Because it's northern.
Thank you.
Local.
Something to do with seagulls and being late. There we go. That's
lazy
also a good
gull.
one. Lazy gull. Lazy gull.
It's good.
Is that what you said?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I thought I just improved upon it.
Yeah.
But no, that's all right. Good stuff. Another big announcement this morning. Shannon Moore. It's her birthday today.
Hey,
cool.
Yeah, well, Facebook told me. I'm not sure. We're not really that close. But Shannon Moore, 104, it's her birthday. I wonder if she's got anything special planned. If she's got some special tracks. We do not have anything set up on the morning show. But I just wanted to give her a shout out. We love her. We love you, Shan. Shaz. That's my nickname for her that no one accepts, but I will keep using. Happy birthday, Shannon.
Mornings at the Cabin, the podcast.
Mornings at the Cabin brought to you by Folk on the Rocks. Get your tickets now and join Cabin Radio for the North's best weekend of the year, July 12th to the 14th. FolkOnTheRocks.com for tickets. Early bird tickets are now gone. Now all you have is Lazy Gull tickets.
That's good.
It's the best one we got.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah, it's not bad. So slow pitch season is fast approaching. Well,
it is
as fast as it can, I suppose. And we have put together quite the team. You put out a message last month to 50 of our closest friends, and I know all their names. Like to see their names. I don't know most of them because I am antisocial.
Not interested.
Not interested in knowing anybody. That's not true. I love everyone. I don't know why everybody gets this impression of me that I'm some kind of curmudgeon.
You said it.
Did I?
Yeah.
When?
Like moments ago.
Oh. I got to pay attention. So you sent that out, and we've been organizing since then. And you sent out an email the other day saying, like, we're right here. Some of you owe me money, and I owe you money. I owe you money.
You do. I don't expect to see it.
You don't ever expect to see it. Just take it out of my cabin stuff.
What does that mean?
I don't know. And but it was quite the email, and I was I wasn't impressed. I was just like, that's a long email. I did not read the whole thing. You want to just kind of sum it up for us?
Yeah, I'm trying to find it here.
Okay. I know Ollie had a lot of opinions on this, but he did, nowhere to be found.
Yeah, and I mean, I thought it was a pretty standard orientation type email, but when I came in Tuesday morning, you were both kind of looking at me like,
who the hell do you think you are?
Okay, buddy. Take it easy. I'm just like, what? Just trying to, get things organized for this ragtag group that we've assembled.
It is legitimately 1,500 words.
I can't find it.
I have it right here.
You have it
Hello,
there? Okay.
Cabin Slo-Pitch team. If you're receiving this email, it means that you've been directly indicated to me that previously that you would like to be a part of the Cabin Radio Slo-Pitch team for the 2019 season in some capacity.
Did I swear in here? I don't remember.
I don't know. You
maybe
didn't.
vet it.
No, you didn't. You're very professional with your emails.
Wow.
It's a very well-written email. I don't like writing emails because I'm just like, hey, you know what? It's like ever wanting to be, if you want to come down, you can. If you could, that would be great. I write my emails like I talk, which is like a 12-year-old on
right.
On a lot of sugar.
Maybe if you, I don't know, want to hang out.
You know what?
Play some softball.
You know what?
So
I've drifted into studio. Are we talking about his email?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
I love the bit in the middle is my favorite part. Things to expect this season.
Yes.
Fun. frivolity,
Absolutely.
occasional sport zing,
Yeah.
thrills, spills, chills, and I can't mention the last part because it's not technically legal.
No?
Beer.
What?
I don't think we're allowed to drink beer down there.
I never said down there.
Oh, okay. Oh, just like afterwards.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Very good. No, I like.
We're all adults here.
I like expecting those things.
All right.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
I take it we've gone through like the more military elements of this.
No,
email.
we haven't.
haven't.
I was waiting for you to kind of come in and kind of break this all down. I mean, the military elements, just given how
Well, mostly
long it is.
No. The fact that in capital letters it says this is happening now, whether you're having regrets or not. Also, a bunch of you now owe me money.
Well, see,
That sounds like a birthday card to me.
so so it was about a month or so, few weeks removed from when originally got a group together on a Facebook group chat and was like, okay, yeah, who wants to play Slo-Pitch? And people were like, I'm in, and started sending me messages saying they were in. It was a few weeks after that I made this email. So I was like, inevitably, when people open this email and see Slo-Pitch season, oh, I'm on a team. Oh, right, I committed to that. No, I'm immediately regretting my decision.
And so
Not immediately. Weeks later.
And so they get this email from you. I will also be making a Facebook group that I will post in the morning of each game.
Oh, my God.
I love it. As anyone who's played on a Slo-Pitch team before knows, it's really annoying when you have too many people show up for a game. However,
So annoying.
the delicate balance of a Slo-Pitch team is that while this happens occasionally, there is also the other side of the coin where you inevitably struggle to field a full roster. So it is
True.
necessary to have a large roster of people you can draw from.
That's right.
Thus, capital letters. We will
Hence.
organize game rosters as such. It's just all right. You get like this is like I'm on paragraph 51 now. This email.
It's an orientation email.
Hitherto, Lekter will be known as leader. It's a good orientation email. It really is.
What
it
else
really
you got?
is.
No, it's
the
comprehensive.
most involved and comprehensive email I've ever received regarding Slo-Pitch.
Yeah, even
I enjoyed it.
the first sentence. If you're receiving this email, it means that you have directly indicated to me previously that you would like to be part of the Cabin Radio Slo-Pitch team for the 2019 season in some capacity.
I believe this in my soul that Lekter has a bright future in bureaucracy.
I mean, have you seen the terms and conditions?
The terms and conditions.
You get to the fine print.
Yeah. Any injuries will not be covered by Cabin Radio Slo-Pitch. There's no insurance coverage.
It's on you to be in shape coming into the season.
Oh, well, then I am out.
Well, I know you're going to get injured. That's all you've talked
That's all I
about.
talked about. I'm going to ruin my knees. Probably.
You're going to sock a dinger.
Sock a dinger.
Blow out your knee on the way to first.
Probably.
Yeah.
Well, no, not on the dinger. On those times where you get to first and then some jerk behind you, probably Scott, hits like a triple and you're like, oh, for God's sake. You're going to run all the bases? What's that about?
I don't know. I didn't cover that in the email. I'm sorry. Yeah.
But I did
No
say I did say that if I rip my knee apart, I'll still cheer you guys on.
Yeah. Well,
From
I would hope
home.
so. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I think we all know that rules make the fun more fun, right?
Oy.
Rules enhance the fun. Right?
Yeah.
Right.
All right.
Absolutely.
Hence the capital letters.
Now, you've already had one person try to get out of this, and you've already had to...
Oh, I laid the smackdown on.
Ooh, what
Now, I'll
happened?
be honest, you left your Facebook open yesterday. when you were... You'd already told me about this message exchange that you'd had.
Right.
You came out and you were like, oh, Ollie, can you just log me out of Facebook? I was like, yeah, do that right now. What I was actually doing was reading that exchange again because it was the best.
Tell us
Go on,
everything.
go on.
So I feel like it's not fair to name the person that this was, but
No.
this was someone who had signed up. They're on the list.
Yes.
It's like they're on your starting list essentially on here.
Received that email, no doubt.
Yep.
Immediately regretted their decision.
And they wrote, and they said words to the effect of, listen, I know that your email says no regrets, but I was kind of imagining just being there in a part-time capacity.
Yes.
And I don't really
Shannon.
know how much time
No.
I'm going to commit. And you replied, and it was in tone, it was
Yeah.
every bit as uncompromising as the email?
Kaylee Burns.
I can't remember. I'm going to bring up
When
my
you get
reply
your
here.
message back up, I want to hear your response. It was not
Okay.
any of the people you're yelling at.
Kira
No,
Love.
It's not, but no.
You can't just go through all the women. Why do you assume it's female?
I'm not. I'm just going through the list. Kevin McDonald.
Okay, so yeah, she said that.
She. See?
Yeah, you assumed.
They said that. I said,
Charlotte Overvold.
said yes, we have a large team and should be okay for numbers for most of the season. For the record, I do have you down as a part-time player. Also, for the record, I'm not treating part-time / full-time players any differently from a managerial perspective. So now I have to ask, are you just trying to get out of paying the registration fee? Winky face.
Any response?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
No, she's happy to pay.
Happy to pay. Happy to pay.
Just concerned about playing. That's
Happy
all.
to pay. Oh,
Happy to
please,
pay.
take my money.
Not so happy about playing.
Your condescension worked beautifully.
Right? This is how I get things done.
Well done.
Thank you.
Well done.
Thank you. It's going to be a fun season.
Yeah, absolutely.
We're gonna have fun.
And
Okay.
All right.
Mornings at the Cabin, the podcast where we cut out all the great music and you're left with the rest.
Mornings at the Cabin, brought to you by Folk on the Rocks this morning. Your early bird ticket chances are done, but you can still get tickets, folkontherocks.com. Come join us for the North's Best weekend of the year, July 12th to the 14th, a week earlier this year. So that's nice.
Which is messing things right up.
Is it?
A little bit.
And we will have the Folk on the Rocks president coming in at 8 o'clock.
And ask her why they decided to mess things up.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
Yeah. Hey, Goober. Where's my third weekend in July? This has gone kind of, I hate saying viral. Why do I say that? It's so stupid.
Viral?
Yeah, this has gone viral.
Okay.
This is producing children everywhere. Which is, it's not yeah, that sounds about right. So Heinz is releasing all these new flavors, right? So there's Cranch, which is ketchup and ranch.
Okay.
There's other ones as well. No, there's Mayo Must. There's Mayo Q. So there's barbecue and mayo, mustard and mayo, and Cranch, which is mayo and ranch.
Like,
Now,
why are they doing all this?
Well, because people like it. People do this anyway. Like I know people who do combine mayo and ketchup all the time. You see people doing it with McChicken sauce at McDonald's.
And don't get me wrong, it's a great combination.
It's a great combo.
But aren't you... I mean, I can only assume they're offering these products for a hefty markup because they would make more money if people would buy the craft products individually.
Well, no, but I think it's they get to combine it, so it's like it's a more well balanced thing. Because one of the challenges, Lekter, on combining these two things is getting those ratios right. You got
yes.
too much ketchup, it's going to be too acidic. You got too much mayo, it's going
Right.
to taste like mayo. So they're combining these things in order to like let people know you can
Right.
combine these things. These are good. These are
Okay.
good things.
Okay.
All good things.
I
And
actually have my own dressing concoction
Oh, what do you do?
combination. I can't tell you because I'm kind of thinking about patenting it.
No, you're not.
Oh, I'm thinking about it.
Are you really?
I've given it some thought.
Okay, well,
it's
I mean-
that good.
Okay, is it that good? But you can tell me what the ingredients are. Just don't tell me
No.
the ratios.
I'm not telling you
Can you
anything.
give me a hint?
Because I'm not a complicated enough man for you to not be able to figure out the ratios
Okay.
once I tell you the ingredients.
I do Valentina's and mayo.
What's that?
Valentina's is it's not really hot. It's kind of mildly spicy sauce.
Okay.
And they call it picante, but it's not really that hot. I think to a person who thinks tomatoes are exotic, it would be hot. But it's a wonderful sauce. It's kind of like, I don't know. It's like what's that? It's kind of like sriracha.
Okay.
Kind
Love
of.
sriracha.
Yeah, sriracha's
Yeah.
great. So I do that anyway.
Yeah.
But now, so they're releasing all these things, and they've released another one, of course, which is mayonnaise and ketchup.
Yes.
Which they're calling Mayo Chup, which is great. What a great name.
Yeah.
I mean, how many millions of dollars were spent on that? To come up with some guy who just said the first thing that came out of his mouth was Mayo Chup, and everyone's like, nope. And then 3 weeks later, after all this market research, they're like, you know what? Mayo Chup sounds good.
Yeah. You know what? That one wasn't so bad after
That
all.
wasn't so bad after all. But the thing is, when you just kind of what we do in English and just throw portmanteaus together, which I think is what Mayo Chup is. I think it's portmanteau. And we just make up other words because that's what we do in English. We're just like blah, blah, blah. It's just nonsense.
Right.
you may cross some borders that you didn't intend.
Right.
So mayo chup in Cree has a very unfortunate translation.
Can we say it on the air?
I don't think we can.
I can't say it.
I mean, I want to say it.
Okay.
You know, but
Figure
I
out a
can't.
way to
ish
say
face.
It. Ish face.
Ish face. Because I mean, yeah. So it's the S word. Ish. We'll say ish. So Cree speakers say the word mayo chup translates to ish face in that language, which is just wonderful. That's wonderful.
That is pretty great.
I posted about it last week. I was like, big old cider-ish face. That sounds good. I'll have that.
And to be fair, when you are ish faced, that would be a great time for this product.
Absolutely. That's when I combine sauces together most.
Yeah.
Is when I'm ish faced.
So it kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
In a way.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's not what Heinz intended.
Oh,
I said Kraft earlier. What did I talk about? Heinz.
Well, maybe they did. Maybe they didn't intend it. Maybe this is a Starbucks situation, where they misspell your name and then people post about it. It's like, free advertising.
Yeah,
and then that's why they did.
And then it goes viral.
It goes viral and spreads its seed all over the place.
That's right.
Now, do you think Cranch or Mayo Turd or what is it called? Sorry, Mayo Must. See, it should be Mayo Turd.
It should be Mayo
Turd.
But
I bet that got shot down immediately. I don't know why. Because with mayo chup, it's the beginning of mayo, it's the end of ketchup.
Yeah.
But with Mayo Must, it's like, you know what they did there. They're like, they just kind of got to sidestep that. It's like, no, we won't take the last part of it.
Yeah.
But it would be Mayo Tard, which is also not great.
Not great.
So
No.
Mayo Q though.
Yeah.
Mayo chup, Mayo Q, Cranch, Mayo Must.
Cranch.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cranch just sounds
Cranch
nasty.
does not sound good.
No.
Get some cranch. Put some cranch on my burger. It sounds like a bad smell. Oh, it smells like cranch. Ew. Like after a long day of work, not having a shower, it smells like cranch.
A little ripe, a little crunchy.
A little crunchy. Oh God. Oh my God. So that's pretty funny. Mayo chup being translated to ish face for Cree.
Well done, Heinz. I'm marketing extraordinaire.
Cranch must mean something in another language. Oh, gross.
Want the meat and potatoes of the morning show with none of the filler? You've got it with the Mornings at the Cabin podcast. That's a strange breakfast, though.
We are joined by the president of Folk on the Rocks, Ashley Makohoniuk.
Ooh, good job.
Thank you.
Good morning.
You were rehearsing that for half an hour. And you got it.
In my brain, I was. For whatever reason, your name trips me up every time.
It's okay. It trips a lot of people up.
All right, good. Well, I feel good about that. Then.
Nailed it.
Right. I did nail it. Thank you. What's going on, Ashley? We're getting down to it. We're less than 2 months away.
Yeah, if the weather would just stay, not 0 degrees in the morning, I think I'm getting excited. It was warm the last few days, and it's hard not to think about it. The sun's out. We are getting down to it. It's
sun's out, fun's out.
Yeah.
Guns out?
No, fun out.
No guns.
No guns.
I'll put them away.
Yeah, that's right. No guns allowed on the Folk on the Rocks site. I've been out there the last few nights. Obviously, I take my dog out there to walk, and I always pick up my poop, Lekter.
Hello. Just threw you under the bus.
But we've noticed that obviously the main stage is getting a lot of work done to it. They've taken off basically everything except the roof.
Yep.
How's it all coming along?
You know what? It's coming along great. We would have loved the snow to be gone a little bit sooner than it was, but as far as in terms of the plan, the team assures us that everything's going to be done on time and ready for the festival. It's amazing. It's amazing to see it all kind of dismantled and the way it looks. Yeah, it's a bit spooky.
It is a bit. I was out there last week and there was just a huge pile of rubble next to the stage, and I was like, wow, a lot of history on that rubble. What other renos are going on before we kick it off this year?
Our site crew's always got something on the go. We're honestly, it's always crazy out there. Chris Roberts he's an amazing volunteer. He's our site.
He's out there every day.
Yeah, site manager position the last 2 years, and I usually go out there and I think he does things that he'll be like, oh, that looks like it needs to be done. I'm gonna do it. It doesn't even need to be on a list, or we know what's going on. But our hospitality building is like being finished off. I know
Yeah.
it's like inside stuff's being done.
Got resided. I saw that.
Yep.
Yep.
And
Little jacuzzi, hot tub,
That's
spa
right.
sort of
I
thing.
mean,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. Yeah. That's right.
there's a few more last year. If you saw, like some of the side stages got like little. They look like little seaside cabins.
Yes.
There's a few more of those going up around site this year because we found them super helpful. Yeah, I mean, he has an incredible list of things to do. To name them all right now, I'm forgetting half of them. Anyway.
We have one thing on our list of things to do for Folk on the Rocks.
Yep.
Go out to the site. The cables that we buried underground last summer before last year's festival, plug in at one end, plug in at the other end, see if they still work.
Yay.
Because that required
Fingers crossed.
a little bit of effort last year.
Yeah.
And we need to get out there and just,
No, I mean,
see
according
if we need to dig up the whole site again.
That's
Because
absolutely right.
everybody loved us for that a week before the festival last
They were
year.
only there for an hour. Remember, it only took an hour.
Yeah.
Remember?
Yeah, an hour 10.
An hour or 10. Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right on.
I have high hopes for you.
Oh, good.
They're fine. If not, I'll come out and help dig.
Yes.
Oh, hey.
That's what we'd like
All
to
right.
hear.
Recruiting already.
If you, listening, would also like to come out and
Absolutely.
join what is essentially a work party for Cabin Radio and dig some trenches for us this summer, that would be great.
I'll buy
Please.
everyone one beer each.
Really?
Yeah, one each for your 10 hours of work. Because it took 10 hours with a loader. I can't imagine what it's going to take with people just digging by hand.
Yeah. We might allow people the use of basic implements. You know?
Okay.
we
a
lost some
shovel.
tools
Yeah.
along the
Oh,
way.
a shovel.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm all turned around on the subject then. Quite the lineup this year. Obviously, the big gets, a few big gets, but Winter Sleep, the big headliner this year. How does that feel? How excited are you about this lineup?
This is always the funny thing about me is like I don't usually know anything about any of the bands outside of it. It's just the selections committee and Carly are like they're amazing at what they do, and I like the board just sort of sits back and watches what they do, and it's amazing. But I'm always like as soon as that playlist hits, like I start listening, and like that's when I start to get excited about them because it's usually like I mean obviously outside of like a few of the bands coming over the last few years, I don't usually know a lot about what's happening. And I'm excited about Winter Sleep. They've got like just such a history and like music and like it's really great stuff. The Snotty Nose Rez Kids. I always screw that up. They like people are pretty pumped for them.
Absolutely.
We're hearing like a lot of, and it's always funny to me after we announce our bands. If you're sort of watching social and like hearing the news, it's like that's what I always end up seeing like the band names like hitting a bunch of other sites. I don't know if it's just because now I'm aware of their names, but I know we always last year we missed out on. I'm gonna forget her name now because it's just terrible. But
Fiverr.
Yes, Fiverr. Yeah, my brain it's really early.
It is quite early.
We missed out on her last year, and so she's coming back, and so I know a lot of people are really excited to be able to get a second chance at that concert. So, yeah,
it's fun listening to you because I am usually in a similar position before each Folk on the Rocks, which is that 90 to 95% of the acts I don't really know who they are. But then during the course of the festival, like you ask me like a week afterwards, and I can name like 12 acts who I will have in my playlists for like the rest of time.
Of course.
Thinking like even William Prince last year, I did not really know that much about. And then he came and played the main stage and our stage, and now like I would not be without his music. Immediately. Lemon Bucket Orchestra from a few years ago would never have had a clue who Lemon Bucket Orchestra were. They came up and are now like indelibly marked on my mind. Even acts like Boots and the Hoots, who I saw like a year or two ago, would not be on my radar, except for the fact that they came up and played and were so visually like looked the part so amazingly that they attracted my attention and started listening to their stuff. And then was down in Red Deer for the Canada Games, and they ended up randomly playing a pub in Red Deer. I was like, I know these guys. Look at me. I actually know things about music. That's like the most exciting part of Folk on the Rocks for me is not the excitement of seeing the act in the lead up to it, because I kind of don't really know many people usually. It's actually getting there and being like, oh my God, these guys are amazing who I have never heard of, and now I can pretend like I know things afterwards.
The discovery part of it, That's always my favorite part too. Same thing. Like this year, don't really recognize any of the bands aside from Winter Sleep. And but that's always the thing. You come out of the festival with a band that you just randomly happen to listen to, and you're like, oh my God, these guys are awesome.
Yeah.
And it happens every year.
Alice Cooper is a perfect example.
Alice Cooper.
Alice Cooper, yes. Alice Cooper. Alex Cuba. Cuba. Sorry. Puma. I must pronounce these U's appropriately.
That's right.
In terms of like an act that I don't really know a whole lot about at all, but then we got sent a bunch of his new music.
Right.
Like a month or so ago. Because just to promote him on his way, and he came and did a little interview and everything. And I listened to that and thought, wow, I can really hear this being like an amazing moment of Folk on the Rocks. If it's a really sunny, tranquil evening and like he's playing the main stage, playing this sort of Cuban-inspired music, this is going to sound incredible.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. I'm very excited, as I am every year, and it's going to be. It's a little earlier this year as well. It's about a week earlier, which is kind of nice because then I don't get to miss it because I'm going to Europe the weekend after that.
Ooh, good.
So that's really nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Hashtag first world problems.
Hashtag.
Where are you going again?
Europe.
Yeah, but you're going to like Ireland, aren't you?
Yeah, so not really Europe. Europe's dirty cousin.
No. Ireland's still
Scotland.
Europe. It's the bit in between Ireland and the mainland Europe that like won't be by the time you get to it if it has its way.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
So yeah, but I mean, yeah, the discovery part about it, you guys hit the nail on the head. Like that's always a big part of it. I mean, there's always that. Like I remember, I think it was '98. It's still one of my favorite Folk on the Rocks. I aged myself completely, but
it just makes me feel bad. I'm like, here I am, like talking about all my Folk on the Rocks. I've got like 2 festivals to throw on, right?
That's fine.
You're like, oh, you remember 1998? I'm like, man,
I've got like 7 or 8. But I mean, '98 there was the Odds were the headliner, so I knew the Odds. But then there were like the Holmes Brothers, Modabo, and Guy Davis, who I discovered in that year as well, and still listen to all that music. So I mean, yeah, that's a huge part of Folk on the Rocks. And I was going to say that it's a bit of a double-edged sword sometimes. That like you're saying, and Scott, you're saying, and Ashley, even you're saying, is that like I don't know a lot of the bands which kind of might affect people wanting to go.
Yeah.
Which is why we always try to stress the discovery aspect of it. It's like if you go, you're going to leave with some new favorite music.
Yeah.
And that's the whole point. And I love that. I love that about Folk on the Rocks a lot.
Yeah, that's usually like my go-to promo as
Yeah.
well, because that's basically what I do every year.
Yeah. Right on. July 12th to the 14th, folkontherocks.com for tickets. Early bird tickets are done.
They are done.
They are done. You are no longer an
missed.
early bird. But don't panic. There are still plenty of tickets available, obviously. So go to folkontherocks.com for tickets, and you can see the entire list of artists there as well. Ashley, thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you.
We will hear more from the Folk on the Rocks crew as we get closer. Ollie?
you know what? If you, for any reason, can't make it to any part of the Folk on the Rocks weekend, guess what? You can listen to it live with us. Cabin Radio. We will have live coverage all weekend long.
The Mornings at the Cabin podcast.
Yesterday we were talking about whether or not we should be able to travel with goats across this great country. And I say yes.
Why are you framing it as a moral issue? That's not how we were talking about it.
It is. It is. There are some people
Should
who
we be allowed?
across province lines. Absolutely. There are no boundaries within this great nation.
It was if you had all the money in the world, what would stop you from taking a pack of goats with you?
Well, nothing. If I had all the money in the
travels?
world, I'd be able to get away with whatever I want.
That's true. I don't know why you would spend money on that.
Why?
Goats are entertaining.
Because you could.
Don't get me wrong.
Because you could.
You could, but you could do.
What are you doing
a
this
lot
month?
of things.
I'm traveling across Canada with goats. Why? Because I can.
I'd rather travel with dolphins than goats if I had all the money in the world. That's right.
My throat's too sore. I can't do it. Yeah, so there's this guy that wants to travel across Canada with goats, and we were talking about that, and then we played some goat screams, because goat screams are just funny. Like, they're just inherently
they have a wide
funny.
range.
Yeah, they do have a wide range. And it's like, there's the oldest jokes in the world. A person falling down is the oldest joke in the world. Somebody farting is the second oldest joke in the world. And a goat scream, third oldest joke in the world.
That's how.
I'm pretty sure that's how it goes. Human beings have a very, very close relationship with goats, going back thousands and thousands of years. So,
Do you remember when the person falling down joke evolved and then was person falling down and losing glasses?
and losing glasses,
And like that is just a whole nother dimension of hilarity.
person falling down and farting. That happens. Just falls out of the
losing glasses.
and losing their glasses. Oh my god! I just peed my pants.
Classic.
But you were mentioning yesterday that when Finnegan, your youngest,
Yes.
your youngest pup, is in the car, screams like a maniac. Just can't do the car rides.
Just
You were thinking
hates
that like
car rides.
traveling with goats would be very much the same.
Kind of, yeah.
Because you'd be like on a plane or on a train in a boat
Yeah.
with a goat, and they would be screaming the entire ah! And it would be like having children. It would be like having children because goats would like poop everywhere. You'd have to pick it up.
Yeah. There's no reasoning with them.
That's right. There's no reasoning with a goat.
No.
And then they charge you. You have to feed it a soup can to
Yeah.
keep it quiet.
So I felt like Ollie, was just romanticizing this whole traveling with a goat idea. And
Yeah.
I was just like, you know what? I kind of have a sense of the reality of it. I'm not sure if you do, because I drive every day with, and I like how upon reflection of yesterday's show, I just referred to him as Finnegan. Didn't even say my dog because I just like don't think
No,
of him
it's
as a
like-
dog apparently.
Some person who lives with you.
Yeah,
a
just-
small human
Yeah.
that lives in your house.
My buddy Finnegan over here.
That's right.
Yeah, and then it's like I already have that. He screams every day in the back of my car. That would be the downside of the goat travel, Ollie.
All right, but look, you're going to be out there roaming Canada
Yeah.
with, you're not going to be like on a commute or just like trying to pack something into a busy day. You're just going to be strolling along a trail with a bunch of happy goats. They're going to be bleating off into the
Who
distance.
says they're going to be happy the whole
right.
time?
No, of course they are. Come on, they're goats. They've
Goats
got no
are very
cares.
emotional creatures.
No cares in the world. You're not going to get that many goats who wake up in the morning and are just like, oh, you know what? I have got so much to do. No, Ollie, can we just not walk anywhere today? Have you seen my to-do list? I've got to write back to Jeff. Like, Doris in accounting needs the thing. Like, the goats don't have any of that. They're just like, oh, it's another day being a goat. Meh.
Maybe you just don't understand.
Maybe just
Maybe
don't
they've got
understand.
all these problems going on, and they're trying to communicate them to you, and you're just like, hi, goats.
Hey, goats.
Glad you're having a good time.
And a group of goats is called a tribe
A tribe.
or a trip.
Oh,
So you'd be on a trip with a trip.
So I took the liberty of yesterday while on the way to my daily dog walk. Finnegan was screaming his head off in the back as he always does. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to give Ollie a taste of this.
That's right.
How it could go wrong. So I made a little audio recording. So this is a sample of Finnegan on the way to a walk.
He is trying to say something.
Oh, he's definitely saying stuff.
Yeah.
I'm assuming most of it cannot be translated safely
This
onto
would
the
be
air.
better with a goat. This would be better with a goat. That's what he's saying.
So that's what I put up with every day. And I feel like you need to see the other side of the coin.
Yeah.
But when he's actually out on the walk, do you have
Oh,
to
he's
put
having
up
a great time.
Yeah, exactly. Like the goats, walking every day.
Yeah, you'd be walking every day, but then you have to get from one place to another and otherwise. So, like
No, you
planes,
don't.
trains, automobiles.
Well, if you have all the money in the world, you're not just going to walk wherever you're going.
You
That's
walk
exactly
across
right.
Canada with goats. That's
If
exactly
I had all
what
the
would
money in
do.
the world, I'm not walking across Canada. I'm not
That-
walking across town. I may
do
not
that-
walk across the street.
You do that to raise all the money in
No,
the world.
I'm
in some
right.
kind of marathon
Honestly,
of
Raise
If I
awareness.
had, see, this is where you two and I differ. If I had all the money in the world, I can
Yeah.
almost guarantee you, I would just spend my time walking across Canada
You
with
just
goats.
walk.
Yeah.
Because if I,
Okay.
because
To-
I just
to-
like, I could pay for any food I needed on the way. If
Yeah.
we decided to all stay in a hotel room, I could be like, hey, can I bring 9 goats into this room? They'd be like, no. I'd be like, all right, well, $1,000 says I can. And then suddenly,
$1,000.
like, yeah, I mean, yeah, bit of a joke move, but at the same time, like, I'm a man with 9 goats and all the money in the world. That's my trick. I'm gonna pull it.
Walking across Canada to raise awareness for how annoying it is to travel with goats.
Yeah,
That'll be
how
great.
annoying 1%ers with goats can be. That's what I'm raising awareness of.
Here's $1,000 for me destroying your hotel room.
No, not me,
Sir,
the
I don't
goats.
think you know what the value of money is. Yeah. Anyway,
That does seem like a new fun Netflix special, 1%ers with goats.
1%ers.
Wouldn't you watch that? Would you not watch a man with all the money in the world crossing Canada with a pack of goats?
I'd watch it. I wouldn't want to do it.
want to do it. Yeah, yeah. And I think Netflix,
I will do that.
Netflix
Okay.
would invest in that. They are
Yeah.
just
Okay.
Struggling.
They have all the money in the world.
That's right.
Dear Netflix.
Dear Netflix. I'm a 1%er with goats.
Well, I'm not yet. I'm asking them to make me a 1%.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, if they give you the budget to kind of live like a 1%er for the month that you were traveling across Canada.
5 years. 5 years.
5 years.
It's a long-term project, Jesse. You can't just make quality television.
So this is
like
a leisurely stroll
Yeah.
across Canada. This is not a walk. This is like I'm going to amble.
There's a lot
across
of Canada. You've got to go up the Bruce Peninsula, back down it again. The goats may want to do a day trip a couple times. Yeah, you got to look after them. They're just kids.
Walk the... Oh, jeez. And on that note, we will end this. Mornings at the Cabin. Done for another day. Thank you for listening. We got that new Greta Van Fleet coming up. Oh, no, sorry. That's just a goat.
Thanks for listening. Check out more from the show at cabinradio.ca and by following the Mornings at the Cabin Facebook page.